My name is Bruno Sade from brunosade.com. Today I want to talk about what I think is a very important subject, which is easing the pressure that a client might feel during an EFT session. As EFT practitioners, we know the worries that can arise when starting out or even as we continue our practice. Questions such as, will the session go well? Will the client be happy with my service? These are very common for most of us, and they tend to diminish the more practice and experience we get. And it's also something that we can tap on ourselves as EFT practitioners. But have you ever considered the pressure that a client might feel during an EFT session? The pressure, for example, for the process to work and to feel better. I would like to start a conversation about this topic and invite your thoughts and your comments. In the early days of EFT back in the 90s, skepticism was a very common initial response for people who were first exposed to EFT. They will tend to approach EFT with a skeptic, closed arms energy. But as they discovered the effectiveness of the technique, many became pleasantly surprised. Fast forward to today, with many research studies and endorsements from trustworthy sources, people now tend to approach EFT with more positive expectations. But some clients might still wonder, will it work for me? Or they might worry about taking too much time, thinking, why won't the SUDs drop faster? SUDs being subjective units of distress, which is how many people measure the intensity of the emotion they are feeling, such as my anger right now when thinking about this situation is at an 8. Also, what if they are not able to easily identify what emotion they are feeling, or they're having a hard time staying focused on just one specific thing to tap on? All of these concerns can be seen as the pressure that a client might feel during an EFT session. Clients may not want to disappoint the practitioner or make them nervous if they feel that the session isn't working. While we as practitioners can tap on our own worries about the process, we cannot necessarily expect our clients to do the same. After all, they are hiring us for more urgent matters in their lives. They want to resolve certain fears they might have, certain triggers they might have. They don't want to work on better reactions to an EFT session per se. That's like a very artificial problem. So as a practitioner, and having been a client myself many times, I empathize with the challenges that clients might face during an EFT session, being asked to tune in to vulnerable and uncomfortable emotions, sometimes struggling to identify their feelings, and sometimes reassessing after each round can be difficult. I'm always striving to make the process as easy, gentle, and comfortable as possible for my clients. So I believe it becomes our responsibility as EFT practitioners to find ways to ease the pressure that clients might feel when addressing their issues during an EFT session. I would like to ask anyone who's watching this video, perhaps you are a practitioner or maybe you are not, and perhaps you have been a client, perhaps you have worked with a practitioner at some point in your life, or you are considering doing so, to please share your thoughts as to how, as EFT practitioners, we can help people reduce or alleviate that pressure. One approach I use, for example, is to focus more on what comes up for the client after each round of tapping, rather than just on whether the emotional intensity of the previous issue we were just tapping on has diminished. I believe that when new aspects arise after a round of tapping, it means that EFT is having an effect and things are starting to shift already. But I also reassure clients that it's completely all right. Nothing new seems to arise after a round of tapping. Whatever they are thinking or feeling is perfectly okay. This mindset tends to encourage an open, non-judgmental space where clients can feel more at ease. I also let them know that even if they don't know how to describe what they are feeling, we can always work with whatever information is available to us at any given time. So let's collaborate and exchange ideas on how we can create a more supportive environment for our clients so that they can feel as comfortable as possible. That's it for today. I hope this video was useful. I look forward to reading your comments, or feel free to send me a private message or email. And I look forward to seeing you again in one of my next videos.